an elderly woman named May discovers an unsent letter from her late husband in an old drawer of her writing desk. It was written just a few days before he passed away, 10 years ago. What does the letter say, and why didn't her husband give it to her? That's what we're about to find out. Just before we begin, if you enjoy stories like this one, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. And I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Let me know how this story made you feel.
May had opened the bottom drawer of the old writing desk, the one that hadn't been touched in years. She was only cleaning, really. The kids were visiting next weekend, and the guest room needed dusting. But as she pulled the drawer, it groaned with age, and something slid loose at the back. A single envelope, yellowed but sealed. Her name written in that unmistakable hand. May. She sat down slowly, heart beating with a kind of quiet disbelief. It was his handwriting, Harold's. 10 years gone, and still the sight of his cursive made her stomach flip. For a moment, she didn't dare open it. Maybe it was just an old grocery list, or one of his silly notes, but it wasn't.
May, if you're reading this, then I've probably chickened out again and hidden this somewhere instead of handing it to you like a proper man. I started writing this after our last big fight. Over that damn leaky faucet, of all things. I got stubborn, you got louder, as always, and I walked out to clear my head. That night, I realized something I should have said 100 times over the years. I'm sorry, and I'm grateful. You've stood beside me when you could have walked away. You've loved me when I didn't deserve it. I don't say it enough, but you are the best thing I ever stumbled into. Even when you're yelling, I don't know why it's so hard to say the simplest words, but I love you, May, with everything I've got. Always did, always will, H.
May sat motionless for a long time. The letter trembled in her hands. She could still hear him in her memory. Gruff voice, dry humor, the way he whistled when he mowed the lawn. Funny, the things you miss. She looked out the window. The maple tree was turning orange again. Autumn. It had been autumn when they met, when they married, when he passed. A whole decade of quiet falls since. That evening, May made a cup of tea, took out her own notepad, and began to write. Dear Harold, so, you were hiding love letters in the furniture now, were you? I should have guessed. You always were a sentimental old goat, just well camouflaged. I'm sitting here in the same room where you used to fall asleep in your chair, with the remote on your belly. I still can't work the universal remote. I've given up. The kids set it up when they visit, and I pretend I understand. Sarah's oldest just graduated. You would have been insufferably proud. And Daniel finally built that deck you always swore you'd build. Only took him 8 years. Like father, like son. Some nights I still reach over in bed, expecting your hand. Sometimes I even talk to you, just in case you're listening in. Maybe you are. Maybe that's how I found the letter. Thank you, Harold. For the fights, the laughter, the bad plumbing, the slow dancing in the kitchen. For everything. I loved you too, you know. Always did, always will. May. She folded the letter, sealed it, and tucked it beside his in the drawer. No stamp, no address. Just two old souls talking across the years. That night, before turning out the light, May looked toward his chair and smiled. Good night, darling, she whispered. Sleep tight.